And maybe it's familiar to you, maybe it's not, but I like this one a lot. Because this is, life, you've heard this saying before, life isn't about the answers, it's about the questions, right? When we read Scripture, we're not necessarily looking for answers. What we're really looking for are questions. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. So Frederick Buechner is one of those wise people who writes wise things in readable ways that make sense. And this is what he says. He says, don't start looking in the Bible for the answers that it gives. Rather, start by listening to the questions that it asks. And there's great wisdom in that. Because when we think about what conformity is those times when we just kind of blindly follow whatever's in front of us, right? And it means that our hearts are not engaged. It means that our brains are not engaged. It's those times when we don't challenge the people who are out in front of us, when we don't ask the questions of why, we just go along and we follow along. And so sometimes we do these things in our own families, right? There's a story of a mother who every Sunday would prepare a big ham. And every Sunday for the family she'd make this big ham. And her daughter would be in the kitchen watching her prepare this ham to put it in the oven. And her mother would always take the ham and then she would cut the corners off the ham before she put it in the pan. Then she put it in the pan and put it in the oven. And so the little girl's watching and she says, Mom, why do you cut the corners off of the ham? And the mom said, well, because your grandmother always cut the corners off the ham. It's sort of a family tradition. It's what we do. And so a couple of weeks later, the little girl was at her grandmother's house. And so she thought, I'm going to ask my grandmother about the ham. So she says, Grandmother, why do you cut the corners off the ham? And she goes, oh, well, because my pan was really small. And it was the only way I could get the ham to fit. Silly story, right? But Mom has always been cutting the corners off the ham and never bothered, never thought to ask why. Because, well, that's just, what we've always done. So when we ask questions, it's not that you're being rebellious. It's not that you're trying to stir up trouble. Sometimes people may think that way, right? But what it means is that you're engaged, and it means that you're awake, and it means that you just simply want to know why. But when we're in a world sometimes where questions become taboo, change becomes really, really challenging. Transformation takes a lot of courage, it takes determination, and it takes a whole lot of persistence. So here's what I want us to do. I want us to take everything that pertains to our everyday life. It's the stuff that we do every day, because that's where I live. I live in the conformity of my everyday life every day. I do the same things I do every day because that's what I do every day. I cut the corners off the ham because that's what I do every day. So I have to remember, I have to challenge myself, and I want us to challenge each other to take everything that pertains to our everyday life and to lay it down. To take it out, to unpack it and lay it out in front of you so that you can really examine that, so that you can really look at that. And then be intentional about what you put back. Be thoughtful about what you leave behind. Have some purpose and some intention in what you do, and ask why. And in that, our minds will be renewed. Amen, amen.